Ladies and gentlemen, I am Yisrael. Welcome back to Breathedge. There's a new Chapter 3, the Normandy. Yep, they've given us a Christmas patch to play with.
Chapter 4 started quite a while ago, didn't it? Seems like you did something wrong, as always. I suggest
Yay!
you start a new game
Wait,
and
what?
try again. Come to think of it, forget it. Judging by the analysis of my sensors, the launch mayonnaise was completely absorbed by the core and destabilized it. The radiation level decreased to a critical minimum. It's time to visit Normandy before it's too late.
Hooray! Success! The mayonnaise purged the radiation. And if that made no sense at all, go back and watch the rest of the Breathedge playlist from a couple of months back. It'll still make no sense at all, but you will at least watch the other videos and we'll have some context of why we were firing a giant gob of mayonnaise at a nuclear reactor in an effort to decrease its radiation output so that we could get to the Normandy in a desperate attempt to avoid getting, well, killed by the various things out here in the depths of space that can kill us. And I should also note that this tale is being told in flashback because we are in fact relating this story to the coffin robot mafia. Yes, that's the thing. In an attempt to avoid being beaten to a pulp by a spanner and generally have bad things happen. But we can now get to the Normandy. Of course, how we go about getting to the Normandy is another matter entirely. Also, I have to remember all the various things I was doing, where I had equipment stashed, all the little details like that. And yes, I am in fact riding a converted vacuum cleaner that has been repurposed as a space bike. This game's sense of humor is interesting, to say the least. Okay, so that must be the Normandy over there. We are 2,000 meters away from it. Let's pull in on our floating space base. Exit the vehicle. Quickly dashing through the air. Ooh, come on. Spacebar is not used. Spacebar is go up. Controllers go down. Now I need to remember what I was using everything else for, and basically where we were and where we stood. So we have oxygen candles. We're not going to run out of air anytime soon. We have the jet accelerator, a decent oxygen reserve, the electrical engineer's suit. Okay. And of course the helmet, as well as a magnetic keycard. Okay, not too bad a position then. I apparently left myself in quite good shape when I ventured off at the end of the last episode. Of course, what I'm going to need to do to get to the Normandy is another matter entirely. Into space, without fear. How to stop being afraid of death in space. It's easy. All you have to do is die. Alright, where is... Construction kits, fabric... I should have options for research. The ZAZ-1 vehicle, don't really need that. Military officers, obsolete, etc. All of that is bluntly redundant at this point, except for the famous ZAZ space car, the first and only miniature spacecraft that is capable of being spaced for a long time with passengers inside it. Beautiful, reliant, as efficient as rubber boots, which are very efficient, so long as you don't need to tread on anything hot, or acid, or melty, or slippery, or... Let's just say that the situation is somewhat limited, but they are useful. Also, we have a 3/4 of a steering wheel. We've used the maneuver engine, we've done the grenades. Right, I think the best thing we can do is just find and dive into the Normandy, which means getting out... Amongst other things, it means getting out the space bike once again and make sure that we have enough oxygen candles for our trip, which we do. So there's no reason to delay any longer. Find spacecraft, sit on spacecraft, point spacecraft towards Normandy, go! Forwards, forwards, comrades. We must push little spacecraft. Well, strictly speaking, little spacecraft must push us. How the roles are reversed in space.
According to my calculations, the next decrease in the radiation level will occur in 17 hours when the shell of the core overheats. The decrease in the radiation level will be significant, and it will last from 3 to 10 seconds, after which the explosion will follow, splitting us into atoms. With this in mind, it's highly recommended that you hurry.
Okay, no pressure then. That blue glow, which is currently hidden by the asteroid, that is the core. And no, the asteroid will not hide us from the explosion, or indeed much of anything else. However, we appear to be coming up on the marker for the Normandy, 500 meters out. Now, 450 meters. Now, giant tunnel, which totally isn't filled with some nasty pond that I'm going to have to bodge my way around in best Breathedge fashion. Aha! Progress, progress, progress. We appear to... Oh. This does not look like an intact spaceship. At all. In fact, it appears to be a very
If I'm not
non-intact
mistaken, there's an
spaceship.
accelerating transport station ahead.
Oh,
Apparently, they
goody!
plan to use it for the evacuation of Normandy, although it's hardly possible to do that. These stations help small spaceships gain initial acceleration when departing from the liner, but they are of no use for long-distance flights.
Yes, but it would push us towards the, well, whatever it's
Just one
aimed at,
question
including the
comes to
reactor.
mind. Why are there so many damaged coffins? Aside from that, these coffins have limbs, weapons, and undoubtedly active AI units, judging by the weak signals coming from their remains.
Oh, goody! It's the coffin robot mafia again. I just have to sneak past all these turrets. Yeah, this isn't going to end horribly at all, is it? Hello? Turret? Yes, thank you. Just going to pop a candle. What is going on here? Something appears to have cored its way through a large number of, well, coffins. Very messily. In fact, there appears to have been a giant robot coffin here. I'm not entirely sure that's a good thing. In fact, correct, I'm very sure it's not a good thing. On the good
To
news,
be honest, I'd
well, I
rather
thought we're
not talk at
targeting
all.
lasers. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. The good news is that what I thought were targeting lasers might not be. So let's get into that
As far
ship.
as
I
I
need to
know,
find
the
somewhere
Defense
with
Funeral
oxygen.
Agency is in the business of burying corpses, not creating them with killer robots. But these coffins are definitely not counterfeit. It seems that the Normandy team died heroically fighting with coffins, which goes beyond any and all logic. On the other hand, the fact that you are still alive goes beyond any and all logic as well. In this regard, there's a chance that the coffins might be aggressive. It's recommended that you look around carefully and try to find some survivors. Most of the ship's systems are functioning nominally, but it will take a little effort if we are going to fly away from here.
Well, that's fine, because we have an intact spaceship. 2. Captain of Normandy from his worst enemies. Die, please. Niet! Niet! There will be no dying horribly. I hope. Okay, so we have a kitchen. We have a processor. We do have an interphone. Okay, let's see what we've got. Encrypted tape required. And we have the Normandy's bridge.
This is the Normandy autopilot course. We can't change it without a living captain in any way, not even with a handy scrapper. However, it's highly unlikely that the captain calculated such a complex route for no particular reason, so we'd better not touch it at all. I need some time for analysis.
Oh, goody. We need to fix the steering wheel. Which I need a scanner. Hooray! We have the ability to make the steering wheel, and therefore we can replace the Normandy's broken steering wheel. Just need to check what that's going to require. Comparts, decor, equipment. The Cedar spacesuit. It should have been a sensation, but all the prototypes got burnt. Okay. Items. Here we are. 1 steering wheel, an inductor, titanium, resin, and electronics. Okay. Should be easy enough to do, provided we have, I'm guessing, we need a replacement steering wheel. So, we need inductor, titanium, electronics, resin. Am I carrying any of this stuff? No, I left all of it back at the other station, didn't I? There we go, I am carrying 1 shot of resin, which helps slightly. Alright, let's see what else we need to fix, because as noted, the Normandy is not in great shape, and in fact,
without some repair work here.
It turns out that the
There should be no
accelerator...
Apparently, they made an exception for Normandy.
Oh, wonderful, thank you. That's so nice. So, it turns out that the accelerator ring needs some repairs, the Normandy needs some repairs, and oh dear, what happened to him? I'm guessing... Ew.
Judging by the makeup stains on the wall, we can estimate the approximate flight speed of the deceased female, or to be more exact, the deceased male, which is a bit strange.
Now, don't judge. Although, I'm not sure why anybody was taking it quite that seriously. Okay.
It's unlikely that all these robots appeared here by accident.
No. Very unlikely. I mean, what are the odds of running into a horde of killer robots on top of a secret military project in space? Suspicious yizzle noises. Okay, patch the oxygen, then we'll have a look at this other repair job, see what we need for that. Then it's off to go scrounging for resources, as usual. Also, spacesuit stand, because I totally don't need another spacesuit. Oh, they've even got clean underpants. Hooray! And a working toilet. This is actually in decent repair, which is something of a surprise for the Breathedge universe. So, pop out. Swing round to have a look at this repair job. Okay. Brakes. We're going to need a new maneuver engine as well as a new...
The habit of taking selfies can lead to no good. By the way, why haven't we found any cameras yet?
Yes, also, a real battle blaster that can go pew-pew. Why would someone... You know what? On second thoughts, I don't want to know why somebody decided to shoot themselves in the head. Maybe it was a horrible accident. Maybe it wasn't. Okay. Metal. Not entirely sure what good the metal is going to be for me here. Oh, get back here. Doink, doink, and oop. Doink, there we go. Right. Just keep checking, I think. Need to find out what's going on with the coffin robot mafia, who appear to have been behind this attack, and we also need to run up a lot of spare equipment and resources in order to replace all the parts.
It definitely didn't thrust into here by itself.
No, it didn't, did it? Wow. Okay, so it appears that the struggle got vicious and hand-to-hand. Can I use any of this, though? That's the question. Deep Roots, the Ancient USSR, and the Roman Empire, a selection of pre-written speeches. Okay, then. Of course, Comrade. Of course, the Roman Empire was heavily influenced by Soviet thinking. Absolutely it was. What? Why are you all looking at me like that? The book is not wrong. The book cannot lie. It is a book. It does not have lips or lungs with which to lie. Okay. Boop. Go. Okay, made myself some more food packages. And while we're at it, let's just have a quick nom and a quick glug. Replenish that. So, what do I need in order to make a maneuver engine and a steering wheel? So, generators, plastics, compensators, titanium, inductors, titanium resin electronics. Right. I think I may have to take a long trip back to my other base in order to get all of this stuff. Or we could just explore and see what the rest is going on. What is that? And why is it having a minor freakout over here? Hello, random space person.
The legend of the cosmic forces of self-defense. Be careful. Quicksand textures killed a lot of heroes.
Indeed it did. I should go. The strongest biceps in the galaxy. Even when ripped off from the human. Okay, I'm not sure why I need that, but there we go.
The captain of Normandy. Probably during the battle, the captain fell into the textures and died from multiple injuries to the head caused by collisions along the way. It's recommended that you take some time for mourning and looting.
Oh, don't worry. We've done the looting and the mourning. Well, we hardly knew you, Captain. In fact, we didn't know you at all, but, hey, details, right? Okay. What else have we got here? Grogan the Barbarian. Absolutely. A jock of the Grogan race. Now, child, if we found any fluorescent lamps, We fought with our lightsabers. It was fun, especially the part of pulling out splinters from our rumps. Yes. That was fun. Yes, fun. Totally fun. Ow. It also taught us not to mess around with glass objects. Okay. Big tank up. The other thing I should do, of course, is check out the accelerator station, see if that will give us any options and resources. There must be something around here that we can salvage. I'm only mildly paranoid about the fact that the game just gave us a blaster pistol. I mean, there's no way they'd be setting us up for a rapid and inevitable demise if such a thing would ever occur, which is why I'm pulling out the blaster and making sure that this is, in fact... Oh, pew. Right. Note self. Right mouse button does not aim, it fires the blaster. Or rather, it pew-pews the blaster. I've got no idea how much use that's actually going to be. Okay, forwards. I'm not sure if passing through this accelerator ring is going to cause us any physical difficulties, such as, say, being rapidly shot towards the giant asteroid core. Okay, yeah, this totally won't be the point of no return then. Right. Ice, titanium, busted engine, very busted shuttle. Very busted shuttle that was apparently busted by weapons fire, from the Normandy? Interesting. What have we got here? The most environmentally toy of the century. Okay. It is interesting, the manufacture of one greater produces waste which is 30 times more hazardous than in ordinary plastic wobbly toys. This fact is not written on the toys. Somebody's taking a bit of a dig there, I think. Okay. Right, let's go have a look at this. Find out what's broken and how we fix it. Okay, one control unit. Repair tool required. Did I bring a repair tool? Yes, I did. Perfect. So we'll just drop that into point 3. And then exit the inventory. Okay. Hold on in. Brakes.
That's great. It looks perfect.
Yay! I'm sure it... Yeah. Maybe not. Okay, accelerator number 2 and 3 also need similar work. I'm trying not to think about the large pile of rock that is smashed into accelerator number 1. Hit the burner again. Lift over. Fire the brakes.
Almost done.
Yay! Just enough repair charges left to fix the job. Absolutely. This was not planned at all, you understand? It just happens that the tool hasn't quite broken yet. And brakes.
Great job. Unfortunately, the station's control units are still broken, but the good news is that you don't need them to launch Normandy at all. I just wanted to keep you busy while I was doing some important calculations.
Okay, and your important calculations have revealed what exactly? Probably best not to ask. Okay, we have coffin robots.
Judging by the traces of the struggle, she was a real warrior and a professional, one of the strongest in the team of Normandy, a real hero. It's unbelievable that in our time of gender inequality, a woman can single-handedly... Nope, I was wrong. It's just a long-haired man who stupidly died in a simple brawl.
Yeah, something like that. Also, spare oxygen cylinders, yay. And yes, he does indeed appear to have died. Mind you, he did take the coffin box with him, but still raises the question of why he was shooting at coffin box. Never mind, shall we? Shall we just agree that this will make absolutely no sense, and the less I think about it, the better? Okay, so that's fixed the accelerator ring, although it didn't need fixing. Now we need to get the steering wheel together, and we need to get the maneuver engine together. And for that, as noted, I think I am probably going to have to go all the way back to the old base and dig out the resources I need from there.
Note, the coffin is almost intact. Maybe we could fiddle with it a bit.
Maybe. Oh, what's this? Oh, another blaster. And oh, it's hard to give this thing a name. Such as it looks like a small computer with goo inside. Well, let's take it.
Of this equipment in my database. I assume this is the central robot system, and it seems to be powered by the products of natural decay. In simple words, these robots run on decomposed corpses.
Yay! Wait, what? Well, I suppose it's efficient. Some wiring. Oh, good. There's a supply of resin if we need it. So we should be able to make a reasonable number of local components before we have to make the trek back. Yes, I'm trying to avoid making the trek back. So hit the processor. Now, if memory serves, we need electronics. Composite resources, construction kits, generators. Okay, if we can get some alkali from somewhere, we can make ourselves a generator. And that will be useful. Let's just drop that in slot 4. We need to find some alkali. That will let us make the generator, and that, I believe, is one of the components we need in order to actually fix this little shuttlecraft. Yeah, we need a generator for the maneuver engine. We also need resin for the steering wheel and everything else. Okay, let's start doing some blatant and regulation-violating littering. Okay, I am carrying some electronics. I just don't think I'm carrying enough. Dump the battery and also the electronic brain, the keycard, and Captain Shepard's biceps. Because we totally need those. Don't ask. Just don't ask. I'm not sure why we would want those, but clearly they were important enough to be... never mind. Right, back onto topic, back onto mission. Composite resources. We need a compensator, for which we need refined metal, alkali, and titanium, which means we need more metal. Let's get back out there, get some more metal, turn that into refined metal, and then we can make our first useful component. Brakes on. Yoink. Yoink. I am, of course, working on the assumption that the resources we need to get this ship repaired will be in local proximity to the ship. Mostly on the assumption that the devs are at least as lazy as I am and will not make us deliberately troll back and forth across the entire map repeatedly in a perverse inventory management game in order to artificially lengthen their content. What? Why are you all sniggering? Come on, let's get this... let's at least get this refined metal made. There we go. So, resources, refined metal. Yank. There we go. Got that. And in fact, we'll make 2. Partially to save on inventory space, and partially because I think that's what we need for the compensator. So the next we need is some alkali and some titanium. We also need some glass. No, that's for a kinetron. And the inductor requires plastic. And the generator requires alkali as well. In fact, we're going to need quite a lot of alkali from somewhere. Now, normally alkali I've been getting from asteroids. Well, I suppose we could go have a little bit of a rummage. Hello, alkali deposits. Are you anywhere near here? That does not look promising, does it? Right. Quick burn back. Okay, we have nutrient goo here, along with, a good supply of electronics if we need it. Let's pull the drill. There we go, that's another bit of electronics, but where are we going to get alkali? Oh well, just keep looking, I suppose. There's got to be some around here somewhere, hasn't there? Now, how did you... Oh, right, you shot yourself again. Unfortunately, the blaster also malfunctioned. So, we now know that the coffin... Ooh, what are you? The remains of one of the most expensive cosmic rifles with negative fission. It won't be of use, even if it was new and working, but hey, why not take it since it was unattended? Absolutely.
A true veteran in the world of space weapons. Magnetic railgun, torque compensation, and a unique shell with a miniature accelerating mechanism. Amazing and very expensive. However, I must admit that throwing crushed stones at the enemy would be much more efficient.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that sounds about right for the Breathedge universe, doesn't it? Okay, we still need to get alkali. There's got to be some alkali around here somewhere, hasn't there? Right past our heroic last melee stand. Not seeing a lot of alkali here, guys. Which is awkward, unfortunate, highly irritating. But
This
we
is real gold.
can get
Judging by
some
the
resin.
inventory number, this is the coffin of one of the leaders of the party. However, the leader is nowhere to be seen. It seems that apart from aggressive armed coffins, we also have traces of corruption in the party.
Oh, wonderful. That's, yes, totally not conspiracy theory time at all. Okay, just a little break here, dive in, recharge the oxygen, then we'll take another look at that gold coffin, which is totally not a perversion of the idea that all are equal. Absolutely not. How could you say such a thing? Right, back out we go. Down we go. Okay. Wait, it was not a gold coffin, it was a gold coffin robot. It appears there is vile treachery afoot within the party if one of its own leaders was to be turned into a hideous coffin robot that is intent on murdering us all. Okay, can I drill out some resin? No, I need a grabber for that. Okay, grabber. Did I bring a grabber? Yes, I did. Perfect. Right, switch over. Okay. That's restocked on resin. There's another asteroid chunk down there. There's another one to the back as well, which I think we'll need to check. We still need to find alkali.
Because the central energy core of the shuttle was damaged. It's still working, but long-distance flights are out of the question here. It's clear why the captain needed an accelerating station.
Indeed. So I can only assume the captain was going to launch the Normandy towards the reactor in an attempt to stabilize it. Or possibly in an attempt to die faster and without all the horrific symptoms of slow radiation poisoning. But hey, take your pick. Ooh, alkali. Huzzah! Right in front of us. Inventory full. Okay. Right. Back into the processor. And we will make ourselves the first of the parts that we need. So, items, resources, composite resources. We need a generator, I think. Objects. Fairly sure we need a generator for this. Well, let's do the steering wheel first. So we need the inductor first, and then a lot of titanium. For the inductor, we need a composite resource instructor, and I need plastic from somewhere. Right, okay, plastic. Plastic. Alright, let's make the generator and save some space. Boop, there we go. So, next thing we need is metal, which we have a ton of over here. And we also need to get some plastic from somewhere. We also need to pay attention to little things like dehydration and food. And inventory space. So if we take a quick jaunt down here, because this I think is one of the few points of interest I haven't checked out yet.
The deceased was in a hurry and tried to neutralize a coffin filled with buckwheat. It doesn't look like explosive weaponry. However, seems like someone was smuggling grain.
Ah, of course. Wait, why would you smuggle grain? Gold standard buckwheat, hulled buckwheat instantly overcooking. Buckwheat and buckwheat caviar have become so rare and expensive that only party members can afford them. Not all the
Still,
members, of
it's not that
course.
easy to confuse buckwheat with a bomb. It's even harder to confuse wires with your respiratory system tubes. However, this fellow did so. He cut his oxygen tube and successfully diffused himself.
Whoops. Okay, but is there a sort of plastic round here? There has got to be some plastic. A little worried about all the apparently random weapon blasts, but that's another matter entirely. Okay. Nothing of interest there. Plastic, 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 plastic. Plastic, ooh, nasty. Plastic, plastic, plastic. How hard could it be to find plastic? Well, just keep checking all the points of interest and hoping that's where the resources are. Quick refill here. And yes, I know I could probably go back to the station and get some plastic at the same time, but, well, details. Okay. Splattered robot. Splattered person as well. Ah, yes, we've been here. Ah, wiring. Always useful. Well, usually useful. Sometimes not useful at all. Depends if you need to fix something that requires wiring, because that determines whether or not the presence of wiring in your inventory is in any way useful. If you require it, it is useful. If you do not require it, it is of dubious use, and indeed possible negative use, because it will be taking up your inventory space. There has got to be some plastic around here. How can we have an entire spaceship and not have any plastic? Alright, let's check the debris cloud. Plastic, come on plastic. Where are you, plastic? Ah, this looks promising. Splattered remains of, well, asteroid and coffin, if I'm all honest. That's not plastic at all. That is, in fact, molten, well, ex-molten metal. Molten and refrozen metal. Refrozen metal? Not sure which way you're going to use to describe that, honestly. Okay, still crawling back here. Ooh, another splattered coffin. More random weapon fire. Oh, there is something of interest down here by the looks of it. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Okay, well, I said there was something of interest down here. In fact, I lied. There was nothing of interest down here, and I am now running my oxygen low. Well, I say 90 seconds. Ah! I lied when I said I lied. That is a plastic deposit. Handy scrapper. Thank you. Right, that should be all we need to finish the inductor and therefore the steering wheel. Should. Whether that turns out to be accurate remains to be seen. So, quick kebab-assisted burn back to the Normandy. Tap on the brakes. Re-enter the ship. Right, construct one inductor. Composite resources. There we go. Ding! And then we should be able to make one steering wheel once we pick up the remaining electronics and the titanium. 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 Electronics. Right, we're going to need more titanium, and we're also going to need to go and find another garbage pile so we can get the electronics. Luckily, titanium is easy. It's right out here. Bump. And bump. And bump. Bump. Never mind, inventory's full. We have, I think, got enough titanium. So we'll just drop off... We'll just drop off the buckwheat, I think. Then we need to go find that electronics stash. There was one back here. I don't think we looted everything. There it is. So we're going to need the drill for this. Set that for number 3. Pull it out. And we shall repurpose the garbage collector crash site into useful electronics. Now we can make the steering wheel. And we are that much closer to a refurbished and launchable Normandy. Of course, we still have to fix the maneuver engine, but that's another matter entirely. Oh, there was one right here. Never mind, never mind. I'm sure we'll have a use for more electronics later on, and it's worth remembering that there is, in fact, a spare garbage crash site right by the shuttle. I did not need to go all that way immediately. Huzzah. So, equipment, items, one steering wheel. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Indeed, the simple steering wheel is still the best way to maintain and point a spaceship where you want to go. If not quite as snazzy as everything else.
The steering wheel is ready, and it even works. Probably.
Well, there's one way to find out. That's going to be... Oh, engine malfunction. Okay, fine. Be like that. On the bright side, we now have a, well, more or less functional shuttlecraft once we repair the engine. In order to repair the engine, we are going to have to replace it. In order to do that, we have to build a maneuver engine. And in order to build a maneuver engine, we need... something. Here we are. Okay, we need plastic, and we need a compensator. In order to make a compensator, we need more alkali. Okay, that is easy. Alkali is nice and easy. It's very easy. It's so easy, in fact, there's some right out here, and I can just pop out, pull out my grabber, and get me some more alkali. Only an idiot would spend ages looking around for alkali when he didn't need to, when it was right in front of his face. Yeah, sure. Such an idiot, such a buffoon, such a moral weight. I need plastic, don't I? Yeah. That's going to be an interesting problem. Equipment, resources, composites. Oh, no, we have a compensator. Right. So, just check. Build one of those. Then it's back to the equipment and items. Maneuver engine. So we need more titanium and we need 2 bits of plastic. Well, the titanium's nice and easy. The plastic might take a little while. Okay, so one long and rather edited out sequence later, I have in fact built myself a maneuver engine, and we're now about to fix the Normandy, and then discover what is going to go horribly wrong this time.
Nominally, but it will take a little effort if we are going to fly away from here.
You know, the thought is we should probably unplug the car first, but, well, the game doesn't seem to think that's an issue, so hey, this might just get towed along with us. I suppose we could always try to fix it later on. Okay, right. Let us attempt once again to escape and come back to our destiny in the service of the Coffin Robot Mafia, or at least an interrogation at their hands. What could possibly go wrong by pushing this button? Debris in orbit. To be continued, to be continued. Right, let's go. Start.
Now, press the left button.
Yay! Yeah.
One more time.
Get back over here.
Now. You didn't? Let's do it on the count of 3. 1, 3. You missed. Maybe it's some kind of a bug? Or perhaps you really should take this to be continued title seriously. Looks like it's the end.
Indeed it does, and we have 2 more destinations hinted at as well. The final chapters for Breathedge will be coming in 2020, if the developers are to be believed. Now, I see no reason not to believe them. They are the developers. It is not like some unforeseen snafu could completely break them up, and that most early access games do in fact cancel production halfway through. No, that never happens. But here we are. We have a semi-working spaceship. Yay! This is all good. Mostly good. We're going to have to wait until next time. Ooh, weapon is ready. Yes, I'm sure that won't turn out to be a plot point later on. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, whenever and whatever that may be, I have been Yusril. Farewell.